Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are going to do the Eyescream beauty bag, and then I'm also going to do the Ipsy bag. We'll do side-by-side comparison. My hair is looking a little rough, so I have this on. If there's enough to do a try-on, I will put, base amount of products on, and we'll try some stuff on. We'll see. I have not opened either one of these, and I don't remember what's in the Ipsy, so if not, I'll save all the swatching. I'll swatch everything at the end. Make sure that's on. But yeah, if you want to see what I got in both of these bags, stick around. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, I will try and link both of these down below, and let's jump into the video. I apologize if my angle is a little bit off. My tripod is upstairs, and I was too lazy to go back up there and get it. So you're sitting on a container. But for pricing, they're both about $16. This is $12, and then there's tax and shipping, and then the Ipsy bag, which I think used to be $10, is now up to $16. So these are the exact same price. This you got 3 full-size items. The Ipsy bag I think is 5, but it's mostly deluxe samples. So let's do the Ipsy bag first. I feel like I started with the Eyescream bag last month. I don't remember. This is really sticky. Really, really sticky. So let's, there is a magnet. My friend Christine was nice enough to send me, it's from Inglot. It's used for depotting hands, and it is, I've talked about it a little bit before. It is strong. You've got to be ready to catch. Okay, there's some stuff, or the bag. There's the bag. Nothing is in that bag. There's the actual bag. The bag this month is actually really cute. I might take that one upstairs to put in my purse. And then this I think was an add-on. Pretty sure. Couldn't remember, but I do now. Okay, so we can try this on. I'm glad I didn't start out with foundation. I forgot that I added this. This is the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. The regular Wander Beauty foundation, I don't think I have it in my caboodle. I think it's in my drawer. Was one of my favorites. I have repurchased it a few times. I've purchased different shades because at one point I was a medium and then had to repurchase the light shade. So I wanted to try this. I don't know. What is this claiming? See, this breathable cream liquid hybrid delivers a natural satin finish that instantly makes blemishes, redness, and discoloration disappear. It's got vitamin E to help protect skin against free radical damage. Has a pump, shake well. So I wanted to try this out. I think this is their new. This is light medium, so this should be good. But yeah, this was my one add-on. Okay, so let's jump into the bag. I don't think there's anything else in here. Okay. And then Secret Garden is the theme. And then there is actually, a card with the products. I'll keep those in my box cutter because everything is generally. Okay, so the first thing, this is the LMS Superfood Glow Cleansing Butter. The full size retails for $42, so this is a deluxe sample. These are nice for traveling, like I am going to be going to Montana with my parents for 2 weeks. So some of the, like I used to purge all of my samples, and then I had to go, I think it was probably Montana for like a month, and I only had a carry-on. I was like, what do I take? Because this time I'm checking a bag also, so it's not as big of a deal. But don't get rid of, if you're somebody that travels even once a year, it's helpful to keep the minis. Let's pull out, what is this? This is a volumizing, it's a heat guard volumizing cream from Sutra Beauty. Creates body and adds moisture, protects against heat damage, ideal for fine to medium hair. Apply to clean, damp hair, starting below the roots to ends. Blow dry hair to activate using a round brush. I got this more, I think this might be one that no, I didn't pick this. I was gonna say, you only get to pick one. This will probably be better for my husband. I don't blow dry my hair. The only heat I put on it is from the curling iron, but again, something is like a thickening cream is nice. This is the item that I chose. You do get to pick an item out of the Ipsy bag, so I'll show that last. The next thing is what is this? Soft Perfection Foundation Powder in Light. So again, I can actually try this on. So it's just a pressed powder. This is a deluxe sample. The full size retails for $25. Again, this is a good amount. It takes me, very rarely do I hit pan. I have a lot of compacts and loose powder. So again, this is a good size. If it's nice, this would be something worth taking with me. So we will try both of those. This, I think, is a highlighter. Try and actually throw the stuff in my trash bag that it's almost full and I need to put a new trash bag. This is from Seraphine Botanicals, and we've gotten stuff from them before. I don't know if I still have anything from them because I have decluttered stuff. This is supposed to be Diamantine Highlight in Oyster. So there's the packaging, and this is also a deluxe sample, so the full size retails for $29. But again, like, I still have my mini Becca highlighters. I'm never gonna hit pan on a highlighter. You use such a small amount that minis of highlighters. And it's a shade that I like. I like the champagne, so again, we will test that out. So that's nice. I don't think I have a towel. Let's see if I can reach it. Oh. Okay. And then the last thing is the item that I picked. This is the Rena Rebel. This is full size. It's a wet, dry eye color palette. There's the packaging. Retails for $18. Can't get anything open here. Okay, let's see. Again, in the garbage bag. I like that's just, it's like a decal that's like been stamped on, but I like that kind of aesthetic. So you can use these wet or dry. I'll probably just use them dry, but you've got 3 mattes and then more of a satiny shade, and then 3 more. There's the satin shade. So you can use them wet or dry. Features 4 warm neutral shades, 3 pops of color. It says whether you use them wet or dry, they're perfect for creating effortless looks. So there is that. Okay, so that is everything that we got in the Ipsy bag. This was actually a pretty good month, and like I said, I do like this. It reminds me of like the late 80s, early 90s. This was on like furniture. If you're a little bit older, you probably know what I'm talking about, like linen, tablecloths, that kind of thing. Like, this was a table runner. This was an aesthetic, but I do like this, so I probably will take that upstairs. So we got a couple of things we can try on. So let's move on. I don't think I need to keep this anymore. Let's move on and see what we got in the ice cream bag. Sometimes there are spoilers for this online. I have not seen any. And I think I already did the unboxing. It's been a long month. I'm pretty sure the unboxing for the ice cream beauty box is already up. You guys will have watched that by the time this goes. Let's see. I'm just going to pull. It comes, if you can see down in there, everything is just in there. So it looks like there's a palette, something from Gerard Cosmetics, and then whatever. Something from the Balm, which I'm excited. I like the Balm products. This is a face primer, so we're doing good because I don't have anything on my face because I'm just going to take a shower after this. Okay. And then whatever we're missing, I have my caboodle here, so there should be stuff in it. I don't believe that I emptied that out. If you've been with me for a while, you will know that I do have makeup, smaller makeup bags upstairs with stuff in it, but I should still have stuff next to me. If not, I will. I didn't think that lid was on. That was bothering me. There should be a blush in there. Okay, so the first thing is Time Balm face primer. from the balm. Is this, I don't know if this is designed to be worn alone for visibly soft skin or under makeup. So maybe a blurring. So it says flawless face. So there's the outer packaging. We used to get the balm a lot when I got the Tribe Beauty Box, which that comes every other month. I had thought about re-signing up for Tribe, and there wasn't a lot of like updated pictures. The pictures they had were from 21, so I don't know. You'll have to let me know. I don't know if they're still active. That I liked Tribe. We got a lot of good stuff in there, Beauty Blender brand stuff, and then a lot of stuff from the balm. So this, again, it looks, from what I can see, like a silicone-y, like Smashbox photo focus. So when the word flawless made me think of like blurring. So we'll test that out also. From Gerard, I don't know what this is. It's in the shade James. The card, it's a gloss. Color your smile. Let's see, the balm primer retails for $30. The gloss is $24, and then this Illuminati palette is $22. We'll open that last. So we got a gloss. So I should have a lip liner in here. I mean, I act like my makeup's really far. It's like 2 feet. I just have to get up. So that is a shade. What does this say? It looks like this one maybe have been a collab with somebody, Lyrica Anderson, maybe? It's in calligraphy, so it's hard to read, but this is pretty. We'll try it out. What is the shade? James is the shade name. So there is that. I think we got a lip gloss from them last month, maybe too. I kept it. I don't keep many lip glosses, but I do like Gerard Cosmetics as a whole. They have my favorite eye primer, which I think those are in my caboodle. So maybe we'll use one of those today since we have a Gerard product already. And this is, we've got stuff from Illuminati Cosmetics before. This is a pretty palette, so I might use this in conjunction with the other one. This one's definitely got a little more color. So really pretty. Sparkly, looks nice. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes and then some shimmers. So see what we can come up with. I am going to bring you in and we will attempt to do some sort of trial. So let's start off. I don't have any skincare on, and again, I'm too lazy. So hopefully the concealer doesn't look too bad. It's going to look a little bit crepey underneath my eyes. And I don't think I have a hydrating primer over here to throw on top. So we're just going to go in a little bit of this. And then I do have a mirror here. It, again, feels very silicone-y, but it's nice. Feels pretty light. I do like using pore-filling primers, especially kind of in this region right here. This is where my pores are the most pronounced. So I usually won't take it all over my face like I'm doing right now, but it's one of those things where it is helpful in like targeted areas. And I find that a lot of the pore filling primers are a little bit mattifying. And so sometimes if you struggle with a little bit of oil, they can be nice. And then we'll go in with some of the foundation. So I'm just going to pump just about like that much, maybe like a half a pump. I don't think that's quite a full pump. I don't typically use a whole lot. I think this is a good color though. It's not too light. The only thing that I will say about Wander Beauty is if you can find a shade, they don't have the greatest shade range. And I'll say, like, just from the foundation that I used to use, they could have expanded. Like, this could have a bigger shade range. So I'm gonna, a full pump of this actually seems like it would be okay. Definitely cater to lighter skin tones. That was always the issue was it the light? This is the nude illusion. I think the other one was the light illusion. And it came in something that looked a little bigger than this, and it had like the giant doe foot. I still have it. But it was one of those, like my esthetician friend that owns her own office. That's the foundation that she always used. So it's one of those, if you could find your shade, it was really good, but they didn't carry a wide range. Now it was, this seems like it's pretty light coverage, so it's one of those you could probably get away with it for a couple of different skin tones within, but it's still pretty light. So if you can find your shade, and it seems good. Like I said, their other one was my like holy grail for a long time. I just don't wear much foundation anymore, but I do like this, and I may actually take this upstairs and put this in my bag and actually take this with me. So, because it seems like it's nice. So I'm going to set those two off to the side. I'm going to put some concealer and powder, blush and bronzer on, and we'll come back and do highlight. I didn't do a lot for concealer. I did the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. I use a combination of natural and alabaster. And then the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder, because I have it sitting here. For bronzer, I just went in with the Makeup Revolution. This is the Baked Bronzer in Takation. And then from Glam Light, the Nightmare on Elm Street, the trio, the blush trio, I used the lighter one out of there just for a little bit, because again, I'm not going to keep this on. I'm going to take it off. So I didn't feel like I needed to go super crazy with it. So let's try out. Oh, I forgot to test out the pressed powder. So let's do that. I didn't put a lot. I just used a little bit of the loose powder. Let's get my powder brush back. And let's see. I just used a smidgen of what was in the cap from the e.l.f. So not a lot. And I just kind of took it under my eyes and on my chin. So see, it doesn't seem bad. Again, this may be one that I just throw in to have an extra, because I think I only have one pressed powder upstairs. So because this is so small, this may be one that I throw. It looks like it blurred a little bit, and it could be a combination of, you know, the foundation, the primer, but it doesn't look bad. Now let's go in with the highlighter. And again, I like these smaller ones because I have a ton of highlighters and I'm never going to hit pan. So I don't mind having a small one. I can generally get my highlighter brush in there. That's pretty. It's a little more natural. It's not the most natural, I don't think, that I own, but it's definitely like lit from within. So that is pretty. Again, not bad. Do I have a spray? I think my spray is upstairs, so I'm not going to use one, which is fine. Let me go ahead and prime my eyes, and then we'll try and do some sort of primed with the Gerard Clean Canvas in Fair. I also have the white one, but I went ahead and just used the normal, like my flesh tone one. And let's go ahead and see. You're a little bit up. I switched containers mainly because you were on the one that has my extra eye brushes. So let's see. There is a light pink in this one. So let's go in with that first and see what that does. I figured the Gerard would give us the most, you know, bang. It's a little bit of a wetter base. Think of like a Tarte Shape Tape concealer. It's going to give you, It's going to blank everything out. It's a little bit wet. Things tend to stick better. I find that if I'm struggling with an eyeshadow formula, that is generally the primer that I go to. I think it's like $20. It's about the same price as the MAC paint pot. You can get it on sale. I usually get it on Black Friday if I need to replace it. They generally tend to last me about 2 years. So even though it's a little more expensive, the white one I got in an Eyescream beauty box. I was super excited. I thought it was the fair shade because I was almost out, but I ended up going on and ordering a fair when I found out we were going to be getting the white one. So it's definitely my favorite primer. And this is showing, like, it looks pretty light in the pan, but there's some color there. I like it. It's pretty. So you could definitely go a little more pinky with this palette or stick to the browns. So that's nice for it being so small that you've got some options. So from this other palette, let's take the hot, it looks like a hot pink. It's a brighter pink. And we'll just put that down here on the bottom. That way we can try a couple. So that's going to go in the outer quarter. And then I may use the dark brown that's in the other one. There's a black in the Illuminati one. It almost looked like a cream, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a powder. I'm not doing anything crazy. I just want to kind of see. The formula on this one so far is nice. The Illuminati ones that I have been good too. I've never had any issues with them. And then the nice thing with this being a pink, we can go over and just kind of soften the edge a little bit on that. Very pretty. And then let's take a little bit of the brown in this one. Just maybe out in here. Normally lately, the way I've been doing my makeup, I would have just left the pink, but we'll give it a little try. And then I'm just going to tap back over. That was just kind of to deepen things up. And I don't love it with the pink, so we'll just cover it up. Okay. I did get out my NYX glitter glue. Mine, if you've been here, the tip came off and broke like right after I replaced the tube. So this was my old Gerard pot that was empty, almost empty. So I cleaned it out, which was not fun because it is a thicker product. It was horrible to clean out, and then squeezed it into the jar. Because again, I had just bought it, so I didn't want to get another one. And I needed to put it in something that would reseal, so that thankfully was towards the end and was about to open the new one anyway, so the timing thankfully worked. And then the writing on their stickers comes off fairly fast. Like my new one, I haven't had it that long, you can barely see it, but so I wrote NYX on the top of that one. And then the white one, I can tell through the frosted glass that it's white. So if that bothers you, if you've got multiple shades and you can't tell, you may need to write on the bottom, was the point I was trying to make with that. This iridescent shade right here looks fun. I might put that in the inner corner. And then I kind of like this shade down here on the bottom. So I'm just going to go in with my finger, and then maybe some of the darker pink that's there's a couple of darker pinks and a purple on top. So I think I'll go in with the darker one. And then I might put the iridescent, not quite as glittery as I was expecting. It's pretty, but it definitely looks like it's more glittery in the pan. So maybe I'll put some of the other one just on top so we can see. And then I might actually use the blue shimmer on the bottom, and it could be my finger. I don't know. Some shadows. It looks like there was a little bit of overspray on it. That super twinkly looks like it's not all the way into the product, which is unfortunate, but it's still pretty. So there's that. And then there's a darker pink up here. I'm just gonna, again, with my finger, this is gonna help me bridge out in here without having to blend a whole lot. And then just for fun, I think I have a chubbier brush that I can use. Let's just put the blue. Let's do this iridescent. It looks like a duochrome. Just on top. I don't know if that's going to do anything. I think it added a little bit. Just for fun. Okay. Do I have a little? I do have a little brush that I think I can use. I'm going to use that same like iridescent shade on the inner corner. It looks like it's like a white with a blue like reflect. It's really bright, like that's super brightening. And then this is just a little Odin's eye brush. I'm going to go in with the shimmery, the blue, just on the lower lash line. Just for fun. I tend to like to do shimmers on the lower lash line just because my eyes get really runny and watery. Shimmers, most shimmers are meant to be used, can be used wet, so I feel like that works in my favor. They tend to hang around better than just doing matte. Shadows right near the base of my eye. It's really pretty. I like it with, we got a very 80s-esque eye look here, I feel like, with the two. And then I have some lines, so I tend to go a little bit more blown out. Then we'll take a little bit of that iridescent shade and bring it over. This is a little bit messy of a look, but again, we're just trying it out. So there is that. Let me do some mascara and then we'll test out. I really like how the eye look came out. And then I actually used my Shiseido curler because it's down here. I need to clean it because it's super gross, but this is and I've talked about this on my channel before. This is the only thing that really like will curl my lashes, and it makes me mad how expensive this is. It's like $25, $26 eyelash curler. I need a new one. Mine's super wore out. I've tried to find something to replace it and nothing else works quite as well. So it's one of those things. Billings in Montana doesn't have sales tax, so I'm going to take this upstairs with me so I can put it in my bag, but I may replace it up there just because it'll be a little bit cheaper than if I bought it down here or online. So I may end up doing that, but let's try out the lip gloss. The one that we got last month, which I like that they have the little mirror. So if you put it in your bag, you can see. It's a thicker formula. It wasn't like sticky, like it didn't get stringy, but it's definitely a thicker formula. This one smells like lips, like not necessarily lip slackers, like chapstick, the strawberry chapstick brand. That smell, like that's a distinctive smell. That's what this smells like. And again, I think this was a collab because there's a signature on it. Let's try this. This is gigantic. Normally, I would not keep a shade like this because, again, if you've been around here before, you know, like with Vampire colors, I want matte all the way. I want it to dry down. Liquid lipstick, matte, not transfer proof, the whole, like that whole thing. I do like to film looks. What am I trying to say? This looks like something I would use maybe around October, like in September if I'm starting to like pre-film for October, but it would just be for filming. which may sound dumb, but vampire colors like this, I'm just not used to wearing them in this kind of formula. So I would prefer, like out in the wild, to have it be matte. But this is pretty. Once it's on and kind of settles, I feel like it's not quite as intense as it looks. So when you first put it on, it is a really pretty plum, but I could see using this for, again, looks, because glossy lips are really popular. So sometimes when I'm filming, I do try to incorporate lip gloss a little bit, even though I don't personally wear it. Little backstory, I do hair, mostly men's cuts. So when there's hair flying around, you don't want to do any kind of gloss because it's gross. And then I have small children. So that's mainly why I've gotten out of the lip gloss wearing stage. But let me push you back. We'll do one final look, and then there's the finished look. I feel like I was having a hard time with the bronzer, like picking up with the brush that I have, but again, this doesn't go with that. But I do like their formula. Again, it is a little bit thicker, but it's not stringy. And again, this kind of a color I will keep for videos. That's probably all I will use it for. Otherwise, I would probably pass it on to somebody that doesn't care that I tried it, but I liked the powder. I'm going to throw that upstairs in my bag. I'm going to take, I don't think I have a couple of primers in my primer bag that I'm going to take with me. So I'm going to take this too. And then I am going to take the foundation just because it seems nice. I like the shade. The shade's good. So I'll bring that with me. I'm going to take my eyelash curler upstairs. I'll have to remember to bring another one down. And then I thought both of the palettes were good. The only shade, like I didn't love the dark brown in here, but I didn't love it on top of the pink. I think by itself it would have been fine. So that was the only color that was like, oh, I'll cover it up. But the pink that I had in here, I was able to blend it out with the shade from here with no problems. This kind of glitter that you're seeing is an overspray. So the shadow underneath is not quite that sparkly, which that's not a huge deal. It was still pretty, and I actually liked it with that iridescent toppery color over it. I have liquid glitters, so that's not a deal breaker. I'm just not really sure why you would put overspray on eyeshadow. Like, I understand that companies do it with highlighters, which is also annoying because what you're seeing is not actually how the product performs. But again, I have used Illuminati eyeshadows before. I think I have one or two from them that I've gotten, and I might even have a cream palette from them. Their products seem to be decent. I haven't had any issues with them. So that is everything that I got. You'll have to let me know what you thought of all the stuff that I tried. The only things that I did not use, which is nice, was the cleanser and the volumizing cream. So everything else I was able to try on, which does not happen often. It just kind of worked out that I was able to get most of my face from the bags. So that was nice. Thank you guys so much. Again, I will try and link both of these subscriptions down below if you're interested. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in another video very soon. Bye, everybody.